Right then, so we've now just done our bolt gun. Let's see if I can just zoom in on that. Okay, so we've just painted in our bolt gun. Now, we've only put it in the areas that we need to put it in. Because I want to show a bit more black on this, I'm not going to be adding bolt gun metal to these bits just here. So, into the bits that sort of, they look like, I don't know, springy joins basically on the side of the legs. It's pretty for the powered armour, conduits for the power armour, but we're going to do those in black just to break up the colour a bit, so they look a bit like, more like suspenders, I suppose. I've just got to quickly do that bit there, which I've forgotten to do. So look, bolt gun metal is now applied. We're not going to add too much on there. We've only put it into the areas that we really desperately need it, and that's it for now. Okay, so let's move on to black. Let's get the black in there, and then we'll move on to some more exciting pieces. Okay, see you guys in a second. Right guys, okay, so we've painted our black and that's all on there now. Don't worry if you go over, because we can clean up and we can hide a multitude of sins, sorry, on weathering and on the clean up afterwards. So obviously these are particularly hard to do because they've got like little studs all over the place, little nodules and studs all over the place, and so you just have to pick up on those. But you know what, we'll sort that out, we'll make it look good, and we'll clean it up. So all our black is in place, so our next step is to think about what else we need. Now I'd like to move on to the gold. So there's just little bits of gold that need to be done, and that's one of the colours that I left out when I was talking about this earlier. So we just need to put some gold in there. Now I'm quite happy to do a step-by-step showing you actually with my paintbrush me doing it, but it's going to be a bit boring, so I'm just going to show you where I've got to and what's next. Okay guys, so look, I'll catch up with you after I've done the gold, and I'll also paint in the red on the helmet, so I'll speak to you later. Take care, bye. Okay, so we've painted our reds. Now I've gone for one knee pad red because I was looking at the picture and it's red with a white stripe down the centre, and I've done the same here, but I've painted the helmet red, as you can see there. Let's get it in focus, thank you. I've painted the helmet red and the knee pad red. Now listen, don't be afraid to go over the edges because we will clean this up, and it's just the way it is. So let's just focus on these two, thank you very much. Okay, so look, we've done the reds, we've done one knee pad. I'm quite tempted to maybe paint the other knee pad black, I don't know yet, and then put a Imperial Fist symbol in the centre. I don't know, that may be something I leave till the very end. Okay, so that's done. Now the principle here is we're just putting our base coats in and getting everything ready for the big wash. Then in the next video that I do, we're then going to move on to doing the paint effects such as weathering and stuff like that, and chipped armour. So we're nearly there now, just got to get the stripes all painted up and other bits and pieces, and then we'll move on to video 2. Okay guys, see you in a second. Okay guys, so we've done our base coats, that's all sorted out. Now we're going to do another video where we're going to put in our weathered and damaged paint. So we're all going to concentrate now on the damaged paint, and I just want to quickly say, look, don't be afraid to push your boundaries and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, because for me all these bright colours like yellows and stuff like that are stepping out of my comfort zone, and you're going to mess up. Okay, these things happen, but you know, you learn by mistakes, and I think that's where, you know, everybody in this community have got to where they are because they've learnt by mistakes or they've watched people doing stuff. So don't be afraid to step the boundaries and step out of your comfort zone. And with that, we're going to stop here and we're going to move on to the next video, which will be in part 3, I think now, because this is part 2. Part 3 is where we're going to do the chip paint effect, and that's my favourite part. Okay guys, I'll see you in part 3.